Yes, Charleston White is correct. I'm a rapper, not a
50 bullying Meech because Meech ain't no internet nigga. 50 is an internet nigga. I mean, one thing I know about street niggas, they ain't finna play with that title.
Everybody's seen it before you seen it. It used to be on the news. I keep telling y'all, I made the news before. All what y'all doing, people I already seen.
50 Cent has never been one to hold back, and now he's taking direct aim at Charleston White. An old video clip recently went viral, showing White cooperating with authorities and implicating one of his friends years ago. Social media quickly picked up on it, sparking a wave of reactions.
A nigga said, we saw the Snitch video. So everybody saw it. It's been on the news before. Just cause you saw it, you still broke. It don't change nothing. You still broke. I'm still rich. I'm still getting booked. It don't change nothing.
I handed him the gun out the backseat of the car.
16-year-old Charleston White took the stand and testified against his friend, Antoine Doolittle, who sat just a few feet from him and listened intently.
He pulled the hammer back on the gun.
The resurfaced footage clearly shows White turning on members of his own crew. And this wasn't over something minor. His testimony had serious consequences. Now, 50 Cent has entered the conversation and he's not pulling punches. Meanwhile, Charleston seems unbothered. He's laughing it off, standing by his past actions, and even hitting back at critics.so. What's really going on here? Did Charleston actually turn someone in? And what's 50 Cent saying about the whole situation? Let's break it down. It all started when an old news clip began circulating again, footage of Charleston from when he was just 16 years old. In the video, a young White is testifying in court and clearly identifying people involved in a crime. He detailed how his friend, Antoine Doolittle, went too far during a failed theft at a department store.
Doolittle is accused of down 34-year-old Michael Levy of Irving. Levy attempted to stop Doolittle, White, and two other teenagers accused of shoplifting 3 sports jackets and a baseball cap from an Arlington mall in September of 1991. Witnesses say Levy pounded on their windshield until the teens threw the jackets out the car window. Then Doolittle supposedly shot him in the back as Levy walked away.
Michael Levy, a store employee, tried to intervene, but instead of stopping, they threw the stolen items out of a window. That's when things escalated quickly.
My Prince Charming, I found him. And it's hard to believe, but I did. And I believe in fairy tales because he made my dreams come true. And they took that away.
Allegedly, Doolittle pulled a gun and fatally shot Michael Levy right there in the store in 1991. Charleston wasn't just watching, he was involved. And when questioned, he didn't hesitate to testify. He explained the conversation he had with Doolittle after the incident. Here's where it gets more intense. Charleston was the one who handed Doolittle the weapon.
Victim, which was a Caucasian man by the name of Michael Levy. I was sentenced to 12 years under Texas juvenile determined sentencing law. My 3 co-defendants, all of them was tried as adults. They were 15 and older. I was 14. So I went into a boys' home that was co-ed with boys and girls. So I spent my entire youth, my entire teenage life from 14 to 21 in the boys' home. When I got out at 21, my record was sealed. So there's no record of me ever being in
Yes, Doolittle pulled the trigger, but Charleston played a role too and later laughed about it like it was nothing. He even remarked, "Look, shot like it was nothing." Meanwhile, the real loss was felt deeply. Michael Levy lost his life, and his wife was devastated. They had been married for days. She thought they had a lifetime together, but that future ended in an instant.
And we saw the Snitch video, so everybody saw it. It's been on the news before. Just cause you saw it, you still broke. It don't change nothing. You still broke. I'm still rich. I'm still getting booked. It don't.
But Charleston didn't stop at Doolittle. He also testified against 3 more friends. His statements in court played a major role in determining their fates.
You think they gonna stop booking me? You think they gonna stop interviewing me? You think people gonna stop? No, you still gonna be poor, and I'm still gonna be rich and famous.
Eventually, White was sentenced to 12 years for his involvement. However, he got a break. His record was sealed. So, when he was released, it was as if he had a clean history, unlike the others who had to deal with the lasting impact of their convictions. Unsurprisingly, when the old clip resurfaced, the internet reacted strongly. Charleston was quickly labeled a snitch.
So what? Why you think I told? I don't give a damn. I ain't friends with nobody. I hope it is. I want to snitch. I want to snitch. I want to tell. Whatever they call telling, snitching. I want to do it, and I want to make it cool to do it.
The video spread rapidly online, and Charleston became a trending topic, but he didn't seem fazed. He posted his response online and looked completely relaxed, no signs of regret or concern. In fact, he made jokes about the backlash, saying it wasn't going to harm his career. He even joked about turning it into material for his comedy shows.
I don't recommend doing 20 years for nobody. I don't recommend doing a life sentence for nobody. It's no honor amongst thieves. So why do I have to be honorable amongst thieves? Why? We all criminals in
Charleston stood firm. He openly stated that he did what he felt was right. According to him, he didn't have any friends back then, and if faced with the same situation again, he wouldn't change a thing.
Oh, y'all. I'm the one that put the feds on Brick Baby. I keep telling y'all niggas think I be playing.
He stood by his words like it was no big deal. Honestly, the way he's handled the backlash isn't shocking. Charleston has made it clear for a long time he doesn't follow the typical street code. He's not staying silent out of loyalty or some unwritten rule. His aim is to challenge the norms and shift people's thinking, even if that means calling out those closest to him. He's openly said he won't serve time for someone just because they were friends. That mindset doesn't sit well with him, and he's firm on that.
Out here in Houston, man. And six, I got a dime on Charleston White head.
A federal report. First, I called Houston and made the report to Houston, but I did this through my law enforcement.
Then he switched the narrative real quick. I'm a citizen now, a police ninja, he said. And he meant it. He claimed he votes, takes part in elections, and even joked that he's the last one dropping off ballots on voting day.
Boosie, I'm gonna put your mother ass in jail. Boy, you making threats to the promoter? I got a recorded phone conversation with witnesses on the phone saying the promoter is scared for his life, that he got to live in Baton Rouge, that Boosie go send them people to get you. He said he can't have the show because Boosie goes, I said, nigga, I just hired the police. The promoter scary ass nigga. Yeah, nigga, Boosie is a hoe. And I bet he don't want to get in that boxing right.
Damn right, I'm a police ninja, he said with pride. I'm grown. I'm 40. I can't be in jail at 50 for nothing. He was clear he'd report anyone if it meant staying out of prison. He's not hiding his views. That's his personal code, and he's not changing it. Recently, rumors started spreading that Charleston might have had a role in Brick Baby's federal arrest. Most people would deny it or keep quiet. Not Charleston. He went online and owned it. Apparently, Brick Baby became a target after posting a video in Houston, flaunting money and making wild claims, including one about putting a hit on Charleston.
I'm not breaking the law. I'm not trying to get out of no trouble. That's what a snitch do. A snitch is telling to wiggle out of something. I'm just telling.
Still, Charleston didn't back down. He said it before, he's not here to uphold street codes. He's here to protect himself, but the internet isn't giving him a free pass. And there's a big reason why. Even though he claims he's not a snitch, people aren't buying it. They're calling him out, saying the evidence tells a different story and labeling him a full-on hypocrite. Charleston, however, is ready with a response.
And train young boys what snitching is, what telling is, and I want to create a Boy Scout organization. These start telling in school. They the who raise their hand and say, teacher, can I take names, and tell you who talking when you leave the class. They the ones in the hallway writing down names in middle school, dropping notes to the principal, to the kids with the bloodshot red eyes that look like they on pills. So they can be law-abiding citizens and great neighborhood watch crime people. We need to train this. We train and gangsters. So we need to train some confident, snitching, tatter-telling young man that ain't scared to tell on now, mother, and teach them how to fight too. So if you fuck with them by telling, they'll kick your ass. Yeah, we need some strong snitching.
According to him, what makes him different from a snitch is the reason behind his actions. He says he doesn't report people for money, revenge, or popularity. That's why he doesn't view himself as a rat.so. What is his reason? Charleston says it's all part of a bigger plan. He wants to change the community. And from the looks of it, it's not just talk. After serving time, he focused on giving back. He started speaking to at-risk youth, showing up at schools, juvenile centers, and community gatherings, sharing his story to keep others from making the same mistakes. Beyond that, he helped start a program called Hype, where he mentors young, people, especially those on the edge of gang life or serious trouble. He's even floated the idea of creating a snitching program to help kids get out of dangerous environments and turn their lives around. Still, not everyone supports his approach. Some people can't look past how he does things. Charleston knows winning people over won't be easy. Take Gillie Da Kid. For instance, he had plenty to say about Charleston trying to justify reporting his former friend.
Hold on, I'm finna call my son. You got to go to the graveyard to see your son. say, look, this what my kids give me for Father's Day. Gillie, say Gillie, cash money backup single. Say, cash money backup single. I'm sorry.
Gillie took to X with a harsh message, writing, "Can't go back and forth with a guy who's been telling since the 90s. He's a classic snitch." It's clear Gillie has serious issues with Charleston over the whole snitching topic. But Charleston wasn't about to let it slide. He fired back on Instagram with, "I see Gillie, the king got some smoke built up," referencing a DM where Gillie called him a rat. Then Charleston crossed a serious line. He responded with a post saying, "May his son rest in peace, and may the shooter be forgiven and find a life of redemption. Remember how your son died?" The message came from the profile tied to his children's book, I Am Woke Seed. But he didn't stop there. He uploaded a video with the caption, "You still talking street after they unalived Junior. I'm disappointed, sir." In that video, Charleston took things too far. He made light of Gillie's son's death, saying, "You got a dead son and still talking snitching? Pow, that man shot your son in the head. Pow, young Gil got shot." He even mocked Gillie and Wallow grieving, saying, "You and Wallow were crying. Oh, my son got killed. It was deeply disrespectful and many were shocked he went there. It was cold, harsh, and triggered real pain." Still, Charleston showed no remorse. "You were crying and now you want to talk about snitching? You're right, I'm a law-abiding citizen. That's why your son got unalived," he said without holding back. Let's be honest, the way Charleston snapped just because Gillie called him a rat clearly struck a nerve. He may act like it doesn't affect him, but his reaction told a different story. As for 50 Cent, it's no secret he has zero patience for snitches. He's made that clear over the years, especially in how he's been going at Big Meech lately. From labeling him a rat to publicly mocking him, 50 hasn't held back no filters, no apologies.
He bullying Meech because Meech ain't no internet nigga. 50 is an internet. Hey man, one thing I know about street niggas, they ain't finna play with that title.
And with 50 trending all over, Charleston couldn't help but jump in. He appeared on the Danza Project and shared his thoughts. According to him, the beef between 50 Cent and Big Meech doesn't add up. He claimed the two aren't even in the same league and called 50 a straight-up bully because of it. So how did 50 respond to Charleston calling him out? Surprisingly, he didn't snap back. Instead, he posted a promo for his latest show on Instagram and even seemed to agree with Charleston's take. For once, no online backdash and dash forth ID looks. Like Charleston got a pass this time, 50 is clearly focused on roasting someone else. But don't get it twisted, Charleston is still out here shaking things up and keeping his title as the internet's chaos magnet. And people are watching closely. They're not giving him a break just because he says he wants to make a difference. He's still loud, confrontational, and completely unapologetic. But what's your take? Is Charleston White truly trying to make a positive impact? Or is this all just noise for attention? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and hit that bell so you never miss an update. Catch you in the next one.